what are the, this is one input and one output example. Clear? यहाँ पर 3 parts will be there, 2 charts will be there, and one calculation part will be there. Calculation part I will do for all 3 examples. Calculation part I will do for all 3 examples. 2 charts only for first example I will explain. Second or third example ka charts will remain same. How to draw chart, that will remain same in all the examples, only calculations will change. One input and one output example. अब मेरे को ये बोलो यहाँ पर I think what are the factors given there? What is the input here? Input, and tell me output. What is the input? Input क्या है? अरे check and tell numbers, you should tell. How will I know? Madam, you have that book with you? हाँ, tell the numbers. Input में क्या है? Employee है या sales है? क्या है input? Input is employee. Output is what? Output is sales. What we have to first calculate always? Efficiency. What we have to always calculate? Efficiency. Efficiency is always represented in the form of N. How do I calculate efficiency? Input, output by input. Here what is the output? Sales. And what is the input? Employee. And now we have to calculate efficiency. Clear? Now first employee ka, how many employees are there? A till H. Okay. Employee, clear? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Clear? Now input क्या मतलब first कितना है? How many stores I have? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These are the stores what I have, right? Now first इसमें employees का कितना है? How many number of employees are there? 20,400. And what is the output of this 20,400? What is the efficiency? How to calculate efficiency? 16, that is 16,000 divided by 20,400. 0.78. This is the efficiency. So can I, in simple words, if I say, can I say this is the output per employee or sales per employee? In our case, what is the efficiency here? Efficiency in our case is nothing but sales per employee. Sales per employee. Matlab, if 20,400 employees are selling 16,000 units, how many units every employee sells on an average? It is how much? 0.78. You have to be very careful in this. If you are able to understand one output, one input ka example, rest all other examples are exactly the same. Only thing is that we have to take multiple inputs and multiple outputs. If you are unable to understand this, next two you won't be able to understand. So listen very carefully. Second department ka kitna hai? Store ka 32,000, or continuously tell 32, 34,200, 44,000, 54,000, 54,000, 62,000, 80,000. Okay. And tell me the output here. 27,500, 25,400, 44,000, 46,000, 43,200, 56,000, 58. यहाँ पर तो उन्होंने आंसर भी दे दिया, but exam में how do you present? You should know the presentation also, right? If that fellow only gives the question, then how will you present? That is why I am writing everything on the screen so that it becomes easy. अब इसका efficiency कितना रहता? 27,500 divided by 32,000. How much is the 0.86? Next, 25,400 divided by 34,200. 0.74. Next, 44,000 divided by 44,000. 1. No need to use calculator here. Next, 46,000 divided by 54,000. कितना हो गया? 0.85. Next, 43,200 divided by 54,000. कितना है? 0.80. Next, ये हो गया अपना 56,000 divided by 62,000. How much? 0.90. Next, 58,000 divided by 80,000 कितना आता? 0.73. अच्छा, now you tell me who is the most efficient here. Most efficient is D. D is the most efficient. Most efficient store is D store, wherein per employee how many units they are able to produce? 1 unit. Efficiency is 100%. Now tell me which is the least performing, worst performing department or unit? H. H is able to, H में per employee they are able to produce only 0.73 unit per employee, means efficiency is how much? 73%. Correct? This is the efficiency, right? Now what we will do is, we will draw one chart. What we will do? We will draw one chart. Listen very carefully. Done writing till here? Not done writing? Which one? This one. After completing this chapter today, we will start with another chapter, Six Sigma and Lean Management. That is purely theoretical concept. Done? Now, so can we write here from the above table, it is clear that, store D is most efficient. Clear? And store H is the least efficient store. It is the least efficient store. समझ में आया यहाँ तक? Now same thing, now what we will do, we will show in the form of a chart. Two charts we will show. Now, madam. From the above table, it is clear that store D is the most efficient and store H is the least efficient. Done? Let us continue now. Now, we will take x-axis or y-axis. Clear? X-axis पे we will take employees. X-axis पे we will take employees. Or y-axis पे what is the other factor given? Sales. Sales we are taking in rupees. Employees we are taking in number. Correct? Number of employees and sales in rupees. Now tell me, employees start from where? Number of employees. So we will start from what? 20,000 say we will start. 20,000 say what is the highest? 80,000. So what we'll do? 0, 20. Clear? यहाँ पर 30, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, right? यहाँ तक we will take. And sales starts from, sales का starting point कितना है? 16, right? So we will take 10,000. 10 और last में कितना है? 58, मतलब 60. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So this is what we have taken little figures here. थोड़ा इसको दूर कर देंगे. क्लियर? ये हो गया अपना नंबरिंग. नाउ वी विल प्लॉट. अब इसको अपन क्या करेंगे? फर्स्ट ईयर. लिसन वेरी केयरफुली. हाउ टू ड्रॉ दिस चार्ट, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ऐसा नहीं कि तुम लोग अपना डिमांड एंड सप्लाई का चार्ट डाल दिए, ऐसा लाइंस डाल दिए, वैसा नहीं रहता ये. दिस चार्ट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम व्हाट वी नॉर्मली ड्रॉ. सो लिसन एंड ड्रॉ साइमल्टेनियसली so that you don't get confused. अब फर्स्ट कौन सा है सर? डिपार्टमेंट ए, राइट? अब डिपार्टमेंट ए का कहां पर आता सर? अपना स्टोर ए का एम्प्लॉय कहां पर है? 20,400। और आउटपुट, इनपुट कितना है? 20,004। इनपुट 20,400, आउटपुट कितना है? What is the input? Employees. How much? So 60. How much is that? 20,000. So somewhere here 20,400. Somewhere here. And next where it will come? 16,000, right? So somewhere here 16,000, right? So somewhere here 16,000 will come somewhere here. So I will draw one small dot here. यहाँ पर I will take some line. यहाँ से 16,000, यहाँ पर वन डॉट, एंड डॉट से यहां तक ऑरिजिन तक एक लाइन खींच लेना. बिलो दैट जस्ट राइट ए, स्टोर ए, बस खत्म. दिस इज स्टोर ए, दिस इज स्टोर ए, खत्म. नेक्स्ट. नाउ टेल मी, यू सी एंड टेल. बार बार में ऊपर नीचे जाना भाई. यू सी नेक्स्ट कितना है? इनपुट कितना है? इनपुट इज 32,000 एंड आउटपुट इज 37,500. समवेयर हियर 27. So यहां से somewhere here 27,500 मतलब somewhere here यहां पर. So what I'll do, यहां पर I will write one more dot. Again dot से origin तक one more line. Dot से origin तक one more line. And this is B, store B, correct? जहां से I put a dot, वहां से origin तक one line you have to draw. क्लियर? वहां से ऑरिजिन तक वन लाइन यू हैव टू ड्रॉ. नेक्स्ट. सी ग्राफ पेपर, अगर ऐसे क्वेश्चंस रहे तो ग्राफ पेपर दिया इट्स ओके. अगर ग्राफ पेपर नहीं दिया तो रफली यू ड्रॉ लाइक दिस ओनली, बिकॉज दीज आर नॉट एग्जैक्टली, बिकॉज वो रफ. अगर ग्राफ दिया तो एग्जैक्टली वी कैन प्लॉट. ये ग्राफ नहीं है तो अप एंड डाउन इट विल हैपन. 10 प्लस 10 और माइनस 10%. नेक्स्ट. व्हाट इज द इनपुट? नेक्स्ट सी का 34,000 समवेयर ईयर, हाफ में समवेयर नियर बाई हाफ. And next 25,400. So it will be somewhere here, somewhere here, right? This is C. Again C से origin तक one line you draw. C से origin तक one line you draw. Almost nearby C. Next. What? దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ అంటే ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా డ్రా చేయలేము, పైన కింద అవుతుంటుంది అది. బికాస్ ఐ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ గ్రాఫ్, రైట్? ప్లస్ ఐ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ పెన్సిల్ ఆల్సో. ఐ కాంట్ కీప్ ఇరేజింగ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ 40. వాట్ ఈస్ ది ఇన్పుట్? 44. somewhere it should come near here, somewhere. Exactly it may not come. Next 44 somewhere here. So यहाँ से यहां पे व्हाट इज दिस? दिस इज डी. यहां से ऑरिजिन तक वन मोर लाइन आई विल ड्रॉ. थोड़ा यहां तक इट विल ओवरलैप. ए के ऊपर से लाइन जाता, बी के ऊपर से लाइन जाता, दैट इज कॉमन. क्लियर? एग्जैक्टली वी कांट ड्रॉ. नेक्स्ट डी हो गया. नेक्स्ट ई का है. ई का इनपुट कितना है? 54,000. सो समवेयर नियर बाई ईयर, समवेयर नियर बाई ईयर. नेक्स्ट 46,000. So somewhere it will be 46,000 मतलब somewhere here. इसको थोड़ा नीचे लेके आ जाएंगे, थोड़ा नीचे 44. and this is 46, right? इससे यहां से origin exactly नीचे. ये हो गया अपना E, ये हो गया अपना E, करेक्ट? नेक्स्ट और क्या है? नेक्स्ट 54,000. ओके, समवेयर हियर. और नेक्स्ट क्या है? आउट सेल्स कितना है? 40. सो समवेयर हियर आई विल टेक. यहां से आई विल ड्रॉ वन लाइन हियर टू द ऑरिजिन. क्लियर? अप एंड डाउन होते रहता हो. सो हाउ विथ दिस इज F. नेक्स्ट 62,000. okay, 62,000 somewhere here. Next 56,000 somewhere here. 56 somewhere here I'll take. somewhere here. अब यहाँ से origin तक one line I will draw. Let it overlap, that is not a problem. E, F, G. Next. 80,000. Okay. Or 50. That will be almost here. Almost here. हाँ 58. So 60 को थोड़ा ऊपर ले जाएंगे. उसमें क्या है? अरे 60 को थोड़ा ऊपर ले जाएंगे, बस हो गया. वन लाइन अगेन आई विल ड्रॉ हियर. समझ में आया है कैसा ड्रॉ करते इसको? एंड दिस इज विच पॉइंट? H. This is H point. This is H point. Correct? So this is how we draw. First draw the lines. Exactly. Exam में भी don't see scale लगा के exact RN. अरे roughly you keep drawing. वो exactly नहीं देखता उसमें. हाँ अगर ग्राफ पेपर दिया तो that film में check exactly whether you have done or not. But ग्राफ पेपर नहीं है तो roughly you have to draw. एक randomly you are drawing, right? कुछ भी नहीं होता ऐसा draw करने से. Because if I explain this chart directly from the book itself, from institute material, you won't be able to understand. That is why I've drawn, roughly I've drawn. समझ में आया कैसा है ये? This is graph number 1. Clear? Understood? Who is the most efficient here? Who is the most efficient here? D. Who is the least efficient here? H. Who is the most efficient? D. Who is the least efficient? H. Next. Now, there is one chart which I will not draw. Directly I'll show because वो chart simple सा है. You will understand directly. इसको हटा देंगे. यहाँ पर they have written numbers also near dots. So if you want to write numbers, you write. Otherwise, just ignore. Input और output बाजू में लिखा. There is one इसके बाद there is efficiency frontier बोल के one chart that you haven't sent me. Just check efficiency frontier. Send me fast. Efficiency frontier बोल के there will be one chart that you haven't sent. So here now we will see efficiency. Don't write. I am explaining directly from the material का chart only. Because उसमें दो ही लाइन है. Efficiency frontier. Understood how to identify the efficiency? And how to draw this chart? Understood? Example, you understood how to calculate efficiency here. How do we calculate? Efficiency is represented by which symbol? N. Clear? And here input is what? Employee. And output is what? Sales. Efficiency is sales by employee. Means here we are finding which department ka employees are more efficient, which department ka employees are less efficient. And this is what? Efficiency here means what? Sales per employee. 100% is 100% efficient कौन है? Least efficient is 73%, where which store? Store H is the least efficient one. Have you sent me? I'll import it. I'm not talking about this efficiency frontier. Give the book once. I'm talking about this one. You are sending different one. This is efficiency frontier, page number 113. You are sending some other question ka chart. Page number 113 पे efficiency frontier is there, right? That you send. Send it fast. Need not type anything. Atlane send చేసి screenshot. Even if you take photo also, it's okay. This is what I wanted. Now, next we have is efficiency frontier. Clear? What is that? Efficiency frontier. This is the efficiency frontier. सबसे ऊपर कौन रहता? डी. सबसे ऊपर कौन है? डी. डी का लाइन ऐसे रहता. वॉट एवर यू हैव डन, डी का लाइन विल बी लाइक दैट ओनली. नाउ व्हाट यू हैव टू डू इज, यहां से फ्रॉम द ओरिजिन यू हैव टू टेक वन डॉटेड लाइन. दिस लाइन इज कॉल्ड एज रिग्रेशन लाइन. दिस लाइन इज कॉल्ड एज रिग्रेशन लाइन. And this is called as efficient frontier. Efficient frontier matlab, with whom are we comparing? Best in all stores. Clear? Efficiency frontier matlab best in all stores. Regression line means it is nothing but used for comparison. Used for comparison. Now, any store, anything which comes above the regression line, exactly from the origin center mein you draw. Clear? If you take a graph, then only all these things will be easy. Exactly center mein se draw karo. Exactly center mein se. Correct? Whatever we have done here, exactly center mein se you draw. After drawing exactly from the center, this particular line is called as regression line, which is used for what? Comparison. Sir, anything which comes above regression line are considered as efficient. And anything which comes below regression line is considered as inefficient. I repeat, any store which comes above, the efficiency, regression line is considered as what? Is considered as efficient. Anything which comes below, inefficient, or you can say inferior or superior, like that. Ab now you tell anything above, ऊपर क्या क्या आ रहा? ये I don't know what is this called, hexagon, जो भी है. These A, B, D, E and G, are they coming above the regression line or below the regression line? Above the regression line. So they are efficient or inefficient? They are called as efficient. Now anything which comes below, these three are coming above or below? These three are coming below the regression line. That is why these are efficient or inferior. Inferior, or you can say inefficient. Clear? Inferior or inefficient. So what is the regression line? Regression line is nothing but it's a line exactly drawn from the origin at the center. Clear? Sloping upwards. अब इसमें क्या रहता? Anything which comes above the regression line is considered as efficient. Anything which comes below the regression line is considered as inferior or inefficient. Correct? Now, what are the efficient stores here? A, B, D, E and G. And what are the inefficient stores or inferior stores? C, F and H. Correct? Till here you understood? You want to draw this? You want to draw? You draw. I have no problem because it's already there in the material and this is just a simple one. So ये understood this example here. Now इसका notes लिखेंगे. Efficiency frontier का notes लिखेंगे. Clear? Now see here. Point number 1. Since stores कौन सा है वो? A, B, D, E, G. A, B, D, E, G are above the regression line, they are considered as efficient. They are considered as what? Efficient. Correct? Next. However, stores C, F, H are clear below the regression line. Hence are considered as inefficient or inferior. Inefficient or inferior. So what is the benchmark here? What is the benchmark here? Against what am I comparing? Which store against I'm comparing? So D is nothing but an example of benchmark. That benchmark ko benchmarking का अलग concept है. Benchmarking को what do we call here in this chapter? Efficient frontier. Efficient frontier is nothing but the benchmark against which I'm comparing my other stores. समझ में आया? Same calculation will be little different when two inputs and one output, and one input or multiple outputs are given. Calculation thoda bahut up and down it will happen, but efficiency frontier ka chart and the other normal chart what we have drawn, that will remain same. First chart पे what we have done, input and output को एक x और y axis पे लेके dot डाल के till the origin you pull the line. That chart will remain same in all the cases. Efficiency frontier will also remain same in all the cases. But the way we calculate and the way we find out who is more and who is less efficient, that will change. Clear? This chapter ko, in order to understand, it will take time. You have to do self practice. You have to keep understanding. You have to keep revising. So till here understood? So first we have any doubts till here? Anyone has any doubts? So the definition and example of definition understood? Clear? I have explained you the example. Sir, अपना definition पूरा yesterday I have explained you in detail. Definition explanation के बाद some random figures लेके I have taken one example here and in detail में I have explained one example here. How do we find out? And what are the decision making units here? Employees and sales. Employees and sales. Clear? And these are the charts what we have to draw. Now, next what is the case study you tell? इसको delete कर देंगे. ये कौन सा केस 5 है 6 है कौन सा है केस 6 5 हो गया ना अपना आई विल डिलीट दिस नाउ केस 6 दिस आई विल इंपोर्ट केस 6 वहां तो उन्होंने सॉल्यूशन दे दिया but you will not be able to understand the solution what is given there because it is given in a haphazard manner. अगर ऐसा question पूछा then how do you present in exam, that is also important. You can't write 3 pages का answer, right? उसमें 3 pages का answer दिया हो. How will you present? Presentation is also very important. Question number 6. There are 4 firms A, B, C and D which operate under similar conditions and are comparable. Okay. The top management of firm B is worried about the profitability of the firm and anticipate that firm's operational efficiency is relatively poor. Relatively poor ante? Should I relatively poor means should I calculate only efficiency or I should also calculate relative efficiency also? So we should not only calculate the efficiency, we should also calculate relative efficiency. Next. Which is projected, clear? Which is projected due to declining market share of the company as well as the operational ratios. Okay. Miss Izumi. These are Japanese techniques. Miss Izumi, the cost accountant of firm B, has been authorized by the top management to look into the matter and report back. Okay. Now, in this question, everyone is Miss Izumi. You are also Miss Izumi. You are also Miss Izumi. You are also Miss Izumi. Sai, you are also Miss Izumi only. You have to decide. Chandan sir, you are also Miss Izumi. I am also Miss Izumi. Clear? Miss Izumi is able to extract the following data of 4 firms. She is of the opinion that value added is comparable output and capital input is input. See, what is output here? Value added is output. And what is the input? Capital employed. Okay. Accordingly, she extracts the data of the 2 variables across 4 firms. Now, first tell me what is the information given. Questions you should only tell. Here we will take firm. That is A, B, C and D. Only 4 firms, right? Next. Input, what did they tell? Input is value added. Capital employed. Next. What is the output? Output is value added. And then we get what? Efficiency. Then we get efficiency. Now what is the capital employed? What is the capital employed for A? 8.6. B ka 2.2. C ka 15.6. और D का 31.6. Next value added, that is अपना output कितना है? 1.8. Okay. 0.20. Next 2.80. Next 4.10. Now let us calculate the efficiency. 1.8 divided by 8.6 कितना? 0.209. Here it will be 0.20 divided by 2.20. 0.091. Next 2.80 divided by 15.60 कितना? 179. And then we have last one, 4.10 divided by 31.60 कितना आता? 0.130. So we calculated efficiency. Now we will calculate relative efficiency also, but not right now. First tell me, first, who is most efficient? A. Who is the least efficient? A is most efficient. Clear? A is most efficient and B is least efficient. From the above table, clear? It can be clear. It can be understood that that firm A is most efficient and firm B is the least efficient firm. Least efficient firm. So first two examples, if you understand, rest everything will become very simple and easy. So first problem में, have we calculated relative efficiency? Now in this situation we will calculate relative efficiency. Why? Because she has to prepare a report. Report prepare करने के लिए, if they ask you to prepare a report and give it to management, in addition to normal efficiency, you should also see report में क्या रहता? 4 things you have to do. Listen very carefully. Whenever they are asking you to prepare a report, 4 things should be there in your answer. Number 1, calculation of efficiency. Number 2, calculation of relative efficiency. Number 3, answer as per input method. मतलब how much percentage of input should be reduced to get the same level of output, that you have to tell. First, what you have to do? Calculate efficiency. Second step, what you have to do? Calculate relative efficiency. Step number 3, you have to tell them, you have to tell the management how much percentage of or how many units of input they have to reduce in order to get the same level of output. Like let us say here we will do for what? Firm B. Now Miss Izumi should tell management how many units of inputs firm B should reduce to get the same level of output and become as efficient as firm A. Understood? I repeat, third step mein, what will Miss Izumi do? Miss Izumi will calculate and tell how many units of input should be reduced by firm B in order to get same level of output so that it becomes as efficient as firm A. Then step number 4, last step. It should also tell Miss Izumi now in step number 4 will do calculations and tell, clear? Calculations and tell how many units of input, same input level पे, how many extra units of output should I get? Same level of input पे, how many extra units of output I should get in order to be as efficient as firm A. Understood? So first step में we calculated efficiency. Now what we have to do? I'll write steps here so that it becomes easy to remember. This is step number 1. ये हो गया अपना step number 1. Step number 1, that is calculation of efficiency. Calculation of efficiency. Next, what is step number 2? Calculation of relative efficiency. How do I calculate the relative efficiency? By comparing my business with someone best. Now, step number 2. Step number 2, calculation of relative efficiency. Calculation of relative efficiency. इसके लिए what we need? Sir, first tell me the firm here. Firm A, B, C, D. And what is the individual efficiency? 0.209, 0.091, 179, 130. Now this is relative efficiency. How do I calculate relative efficiency? How do I calculate the relative efficiency? Our efficiency with best efficiency, that is 0.209 divided by 0.209 into 100. How much? 100%. Who is the most efficient? This. Next, 0.091 divided by 0.209 into 100. How much? 440. Okay, percent. Next, 0.179 divided by 0.209 into 100. कितना है ये? 85.64%. Next, 0.130 divided by 0.209 into 100. कितना आ गया सर? 62.22%. This is the step number 2. That is calculation of what? Calculation of relative efficiency. अब step number 3 में we have to calculate input target. Step number 4 में we have to calculate output target. इससे क्या है? एक report बन जाता. Report के हिसाब से now management will decide should they go for input target or should they go for output target. Correct? Any doubts in first and second step? हो गया लिखने का यहां तक? डन राइटिंग? Anyone writing till here? Once I'm done with this chapter, we will take a break of 5 minutes, only 5. And then we will continue till 11:20, 11:25. My class is there today and tomorrow from 8:30 to 11:30. Today and tomorrow. Management hasn't informed. They don't give that expressions. I've asked them more time because you know right, I will come 10 minutes late, I will leave 10 minutes early. इसको set करने में तो कल पूरा दिन चले गया. Almost I have taken only 40-45 minutes class yesterday. So I want to cover today and tomorrow. आज क्या है date? 3rd, right? 4th, 5th. And most probably 6th also I will take from 8:30 to 11:30. 7th and 8th will be my normal timing. 8 to 10. And 8th will be our last class. That is Saturday. 9th, I'm not going to take class. 10th say, that one topic I told, right, which I have to take, that I will take. So SPM will be over by Saturday. Now step number 3. Step number 3. This is nothing but input target. Input target. Input target. Sir, input target means how many units of input I have to reduce, or how much percentage of input after. We will calculate in units also, we will calculate in percentage also, both we will calculate. At least if both you do in exam, it will give a better impression. How many units or how much percentage of input I should reduce to get the same level of output. What is the input here? Capital employed. And what is the output here? So here input target means what? Input target clear refers to how much reduction in capital employed should be made by firm B. Clear? In order to get same value added. Value added. So instead of writing input and output word, since yahan par input is capital employed and output is what? Value added. I'm using the words capital employed and value added. Correct? Now, now let us calculate input target. Input target is nothing but, clear, input target is nothing but, clear, input target. What is the input given by this? What is the input? Or you can say, I'll write the formula something like this. Actual input. How much is the actual input? 2.2. Multiply it with relative efficiency. Relative efficiency. How much is relative efficiency? 43.4. So input target is equals to 2.2 into 0.434. How much is that? 0.955. 955. Acha, the amounts what they have given in the table. Starting में you dictated one table, right? That is given in क्या बोलते हैं अपना hundreds or thousands or millions. किस में दिया हुआ? किस में दिया? Millions. मतलब 0.955 million capital employed should be reduced in order to get the same level of output and be as efficient as A. Correct? I repeat. So what should firm B do now? Firm B should put 0.955 less millions as capital employed. They have to reduce this much in order to get the same level of output. What is the output? 0.2, right? Value added is 0.2. So in order to get same output, that is 0.2, I should do something and reduce my capital employed by how many rupees? 0.955 million rupees in order to get the same level of output. Then only firm B will become as efficient and firm A. Otherwise, it won't be able to become efficient. It will still remain inefficient. Now, let us do the same thing in percentages. Clear? Percentages, let us do. Percentage में we can calculate it as input slack. Clear? Input slack divided by actual input into 100. Clear? Input slack divided by actual input into 100. But what do we mean by input slack? Input slack is nothing but the difference between, clear, it is nothing but the difference between actual input and input target. Actual input minus input target. Clear? Now tell me how much will be the actual input here? 2.2. And how much is the target? 0.955. So how much is the difference? 1.245. This is our input slack divided by actual input. How much? 2.2 into 100. कितना है? 56.6%. मतलब in simple words, percentages में how much percentage capital employed should be reduced? 56.6% capital employed I should reduce in percentage in order to get the same level of output and become as efficient as firm A. Correct? Understood how to calculate input target and what is input target? And step number 4 and last step will be which target? Output target. Once you are done writing till here, I will write the conclusion for input target. Input slack. Input slack means difference between actual input and targeted input. This is the target and intna reduce karna apan. That is called input target. How much I have to reduce? See, how much was the earlier input? 2 point. Now it should be how much? Difference I have to reduce. 0.955 I should not reduce. Difference I should reduce. 2.2 minus 0.955. That much amount I should reduce. What do? 1.24? Ade ration kada. Input target, that is only I've written, right? What is the doubt? See, input slack means actual input minus input target. Actual input enta. Next, naku targeted input enta. This is the input what I should get. After doing multiple permutations and combinations, what do you want to do? You do. I am just telling that your next input. What was the earlier input what you had? Now what should be your actual? Now what should be your input? Input ginta undali ippudu naku. Inta reduce kaadu. Inta undala. Inta undala. 0.955. This much input undala. దానికి ఏమంటాం ఇన్పుట్ టార్గెట్. ఈ రెండిటికి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంది? దానికి ఏమంటాం ఇన్పుట్ స్లాక్. This is called what? Percentage. Achha, now done writing till here. Should I write the conclusion? No. Conclusion. These all points are very important. Conclusion, writing conclusion is very important. Why? Because they are asking you to prepare a report. Unless and until you write the conclusion, report will not be ready. You have to give your view to them. How will management understand what is this? They won't understand, right? These calculations. So conclusion, what do we write? Miss Izumi, clear? Miss Izumi, spelling is correct. Reports to top level management that, clear, top level management that firm B, clear, firm B should be able to produce 0.2 output, 0.2 output, that is same level of output, or you can say value added, basically value added by using 56.6% less capital employed in order to be as efficient as whom, sir? As firm A. If I want to be as efficient as firm A, then I should reduce my input by how much? So it means 1.2452 I should reduce. Clear? Now see here. How much is my actual input? Reduce it by 56.6%. So how much you should be your next actual input? Understood the logic here? So 2.2 is the actual input, and you have to reduce it by 56 points. Reduce 2.2 minus 56.6%. I think approximately this only you should get. Now this is which one? This is input target. Just like input target, is the input target the only method, or we have output method also? So we have to give a suggestion of output method also. Whether they take our suggestion in input method or output method, that is their problem. Now question comes, sir, how will they reduce this 56.6%? How will they reduce 56.6%? Sir, inta money invest chesin tarvata kuda I am not getting correct output. Now I am asking them to reduce the input in order to get same output. How will they do? That is their problem. My problem is to give a report. I will give a report. But how to reduce that, you decide. I can't tell, right? As a chartered accountant, as a CMA, your CS, your job is to give a report. Audit report dena. How they will solve those problems which are there in the business, that is their problem. Not our problem, right? Our problem is only, our responsibility is to give a report, not suggestions. We give them two suggestions. Either reduce the capital employed and get the same level of value added, or output target mein what we will tell them, use the same level of input, that is capital employed, but try to get more level of value added or outputs. How they do that, that is their problem. Let them decide. We should not be bothered about that. Now which target we have? Output target. That is step number 4. Step number 4. Which target? Output target. Output target. What do we mean by output target? Same level of capital employed pay, they should get less value added or more value added. Simple. Use the same amount of capital employed to get higher value added. To get what, sir? Higher value added. Clear? To get what? Higher value added. Now, how to calculate output target? Output target is equals to actual output divided by relative efficiency. Relative efficiency. What is the actual output? What is the actual output? 0.20. What is the relative efficiency? So it is 0.434. So how much is your output target? 0.46 million. How much is your present output? A B ka. What is the current output? 0.2. But now they should have what? 0.46. They have to decrease the output or increase the output by using the same quantity of capital employed or less or more? Same quantity. Next we have to calculate what? Next, percentage. Percentage is equals to output slack by actual output. Actual output. Now how to calculate output slack? Same formula. Output slack is equals to output target minus actual output. How much is the output target? 0.46, and here it is 0.20. It will be how much? 0.26. So 0.26 divided by 0.20 into 100. How much percentage? 130%. Matlab, they should increase their output by how much percentage? 30%. Their output should be how much? 130%. Using the same level of input, they should get 130% of the current output. Then only they will be considered as efficient as firm A. Otherwise, they will not be considered. Ardhamain kada concept? So, how much percentage I should get the now? What should be my output target? 0.46 million or 130%. Just do 0.20 ka 130% you calculate. Kitna aata? 0. So 0.26 plus 0.2, 0.46, right? Once you are done with this, then I will write conclusion. इसके बाद one input, one output का हो जाता. When you have two inputs and one output, and when you have one input and two outputs, starting का table analysis we have seen, right? That will change. Charts, input slack, output slack, relative efficiency, everything will remain same. So again and again, every problem ka, I'm not going to explain the same thing. It's just a waste of time. How to calculate input target, it will remain same. How to calculate output target, it will remain same. How to draw charts, both the charts, normal chart also or efficiency chart also, it will remain same. Done? Now let us write the conclusion. Miss Izumi should report to top level management that firm B should use same level of capital employed, to increase output by 130% or 0.26 million. Clear? Or 0.26 million.